What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wham Fishing. Today we're out here on Lake Waccamaw. You know, I've been out here a lot lately. It is my favorite lake pretty much on the planet. I love how it sets up. I love how it fishes. I love the lures that it lets me fish. So been out trying to fish Harris a couple times with the old live scope. Hit and miss. Caught some decent fish out there on Harris the other day, but today I wanted to come out here and work a little bit more on the live scope. And you know, this is a really good lake for it because, you know, super shallow, not a lot of people, not a lot of boat traffic out here, so I can kind of sit still and look at live scope and watch how the fish react to stuff, things like that. And just kind of got the old picked up with a little Zadias 6.9 medium light. I think it's gonna be my my scoping rod out here, so probably be throwing some jig head minnows, stuff like that. Just kind of testing that thing out. Feels decent so far. I think it'll work pretty well once, you know, summer and stuff like that hits and the fish start getting offshore and I start to use it a little bit more, kind of get a good feel for it. But right now we need to catch some fish because we got to catch up on the KBF monthly challenge series. So I have 3 fish for, I call 22 and two 16s. 22, 2 16s for, what is that? 22 plus 32, 54 inches. So 3 fish for 54 inches. We need to come out here and catch a handful more, see if we can get up above 100. I think the guy leading has 88-ish, 88. I think it's like 88, 87. So I throw a couple fish on there, get up to 100. And just kind of, because I'm going to Lake Murray next week, so I'm not going to be in the state for the rest of the week, or the rest of the times that I have to fish, so I need to like make the lead as much as I possibly can, since this is my last kind of day fishing for the month of February. So we'll see what all we can do. Obviously we're going to be throwing rattle traps, might mess around with chatterbait a little bit, scoping. I know, scoping, we're going to be scoping. Everybody turn off the cameras, stop watching now. We're going to be scoping today, but so, all right, y'all, let's go see if we can catch some. Nothing. See that stick right there? Oh gosh, now we got a problem. Now we got a problem. Yeah. The old scope minnow. This one doesn't count because I caught it on a live scope and a minnow. I still got to get my rattle trap back from all the way over there. got problems. Oh, we got problems. Just a see them all sitting there looking at the rattle trap. Hmm. 20 3/4, 20 1/2. 20 1/2. 20 1/2 right there. Let's get this situation figured out here. There we go. Watched him come eat it. Oh, come on. That one got it though. Watch that one eat it. God, those. Gonna regret not having a net right here. That's a bass. That's a big one. That's a bass. That's a giant. Oh. That's a bass. That's a bass. Look at the drag. Oh, oh, stay pens. Please stay pens. Watch them turn on it and eat it. I regret not bringing a net. I saw it in the truck and I was like, ah. Come on, just kind of roll over and float to the top. Didn't really see where it's hooked. That's part of the problem. gosh. It's only got one eye. Oh. God, look at that thing. Goodness gracious. All right. Get it on the board. Get some pictures. Let's see what she's gonna weigh for us. We'll see what she's gonna measure for us. Oh. Just a 24 1/4 inch. Just a 24 1/4 incher. That's all. Gotta put our lure in the shot. Yep. 24 1/4. 24 1/4. God. Here we go, girl. All the hooks all bent out on the rattle trap. All right, we're gonna get everything squared away, and we're gonna see if we can catch another one out of that brush pile. All right. Keep on keeping on. Oh, that was a fish. Ah. Feels like it could be a good one. Thought it was going to be small at first. It's starting to act like it's a big one though. Okay. I hear you. I hear you, big dog. Pull some drag. I'll let you pull some drag on me. Just dogging. Yeah. I think that one's bigger than 16. There's fish everywhere right here. Yeah, he looks a little bit bigger than 16 if we can get him in. Come here, buddy. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. So you just kind of nip at it. All right. Here we go. It's a little speckled bass. Get us some pieces. He's got a fish in his mouth right now. He's got one in his mouth. There's a tail sticking out of his mouth. All right, 20 and a quarter. All right. Man, they're swimming all over the place. There's two of them. There's two of them just swam by right there. Turn live on. There's gonna be fish swimming all over the place on this thing. Re-rig. There's one 5 feet in front of me, sitting on the bottom, staring at the kayak. That he's like right there. Oh, he got me in that brush pile there for a second. Don't jump. Oh, all right. We're gonna measure this fish. Goodness gracious. I think this one should help us. Ow. Man. All right. I need 20 and a half. 20 and a half is my small fish. All right, that one should help us. And then we'll chat for a second. I definitely stabbed the bait keeper or the jackhammer into my finger just then. That was enjoyable. Enjoyable. Highly recommend. Highly recommend if you get the chance. Stabbing a bait keeper into your finger. 20 3/4. 20 3/4. And I keep doing that. Sorry. Oh. Measure the fish, tails down. 20 3/4. Back in the water. Empty board. In that video. Come closer. God, I stabbed that bait keeper into my finger and I felt it. All right. On Mega Live. On the Panoptics, etc. Love it, hate it, however you feel about it. I'm going to use it. If I feel like I can catch one extra fish, I'm going to use it. This situation right now, what I've just caught a couple of these fish doing is there's a lot of little brush piles. There's a lot of little brush piles spread out across. They're back behind me. Yeah, there's a lot of little brush piles spread out between, you know. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of little brush piles and they're spread out across like 30-40 feet across the bottom, and they all stick up about 2 or 3 feet off the bottom. And would I catch fish normally if I just, you know, marked a waypoint, sat off of it, just cast? Yes, I would have caught fish doing that. What this right here, what Mega Live is letting me do is it's letting me walk the chatterbait right up over the brush pile and then drop it. And then the next brush pile, you know, you got 4 in a row. It's letting me walk the chatterbait, drop it, lift it, drop it, lift it, drop it, and just go perfectly right over the top and walk right over all these little stick ups that are down on the bottom. and that is letting me catch a couple more fish that I would not have caught had I just bomb casted across it. You know, I would reel a little bit faster because I want to tick across the top of all that stuff, because I'd be trying to tick it across the top of it instead of watching it go over and drop down. The past 2 fish that I've caught have been letting it fall in between the 2 little sticks. It hits the bottom and there's a fish sitting in between these things. So worth it for me. That, I feel like that is a worthwhile investment for me if it lets me catch I've caught 3 fish right now, 3 fish today, 3 fish that are in my bag of 5. The 24 and a quarter, 21 and 3/4, and that 20 and 3/4 just now were all letting it fall right over the edge of the brush pile. And I don't think that I would have caught those fish had I not had Mega Live. I would still be having a great day. I've been bomb casting and caught a handful doing that, but the little extra, that little bit extra, is that right there. So if you can afford it, I would recommend it. I would highly recommend it. Like, there's a fish right over there. I would recommend it for that kind of, like, this kind of situation is where it shines, where it makes the difference for me. Those 1 extra fish, 2 extra fish, especially if you're a tournament fisherman like me, if you're out there and you have the opportunity to catch 1 extra fish, that can make or break your tournament. Like, if 24 and a quarter incher in a tournament, it would blow the thing out of the water. I mean, just so if you have the opportunity to use something like this, I would try it. I would go out there and try it. So I'm gonna keep on fishing. I've got a couple, looks like there's a couple brush piles or something out here I'm drifting by, but like just walking it right over those little brush piles, just catching some fish for me. That's probably the ones that I've been fishing, actually. So I'm gonna see if I can catch a couple more. That was my sales pitch for live, Mega Live, all the live imaging stuff like that. Like I said, love it or hate it. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts on it. So, all right, back to fishing. Hard to figure out what to throw at. So much stuff. That feels big. Those are big head shakes. That looks big. That looks really big. I don't know what I've got here. Oh my gosh, it's another giant. Oh gosh. Sounds like I don't think it's not really fighting, it's not really doing anything. But those head shakes are massive. Oh. It's just sitting there, wah. Come here. Come on. still can't see the hooks. I don't know where it's hooked. Oh, it swallowed that thing. Goodness gracious. You ate that thing, didn't you? No, you didn't. Oh God, it's right there in the... Oh. Oh. Oh, it was entirely inside of its mouth, and then it just popped out and only had the one bar. Oh God. Oh. It's like, oh, it's all the way inside of its mouth, and then it just popped, and it's like, oh God, no, it's not. Oh. Man. I told y'all I like this place. Right. 22 3/4. Man. Oh, the heart attack I had. Just oh gosh, that's another freaking giant. It's gonna take the rod from me. I was like 10 feet away from that thing. I was watching on the bottom. I just bounced a chatterbait in front of its face like 3 times, and it finally just ate it. I mean, probably 20 feet away from this fish. Look at that. Just watching it down there in the stumps. Goodness gracious. How in the world did you get that thing so well? Oh, man. It's my hand. That's my hand that you're chomping on right there. By the way, just so you know. Bigger than 20 1/4? 20 1/2? What are we thinking? $21 1/2. Take from the board into the water. $21 1/2. Torn between, like, I have to film the fish being released, and I have to show, I want to show you guys, and I have to film the fish being released. It's like a kind of thing. And then you go, oh, and then I gotta go back to the board, but oh well. Y'all saw it. Y'all can verify for me. I can't 100% avoid it. God bless. That was angry. Away from that brush pile in case there's more. He was angry at it or something. It's another. Gotta be bigger than 20 3/4. Haven't seen it yet. It's the way it's rip and drag though. Be close. Gonna be close. I might have to throw a chatterbait a little bit more out here. That thing freaking killed it. Can tank that thing, dude. I don't think it's gonna help me though. Oh, yeah, it does. Hey. I think it's gonna be a 21.5.
Narrow of all the...
Let's see. Come on. Drop the tail. Drop the tail. Alright. 21.5. Tanked that thing. Freaking tanked that chatterbait. Dude. What in the... I just felt that thing go thunk, and it didn't move. That thing just went thunk, and that was it. That's all there was. One tap. There's two other ones with it right now. I thought I hit the brush pile or something. The way it just one tap, and that was it. don't know if I trust the wacky hook. Oh gosh, why? That thing just went donk. I think it's another big one. It's not a giant one, but it's a good fish. Thing just went donk. One little tap and it just sat there and held on to it. Well, don't think it's going to help us though. I think it's going to help me. All right, while you relax down there, fish. Nope. Take the picture just in case, but 19 3/4. It's a 19 3/4. Oh, out of the frame. I'll get it. All right, cold, cold, cold. Ugh. Supposed to be freezing tonight, rain all day tomorrow, and then freezing rain tomorrow night. So glad I got the fish today. Awesome. Caught 112 inches. Well, I had a 22 already on the board, so 110 inches for my best 5 today. 24 1/4, 22 3/4, 21 3/4, like a 20 1/2, 20 3/4. I don't know. It was craziness. Throwing back 18, 19 inches, like not even measuring, toss it back. That's an awesome day. I started to figure out the chatterbait bite. I never really got on a good chatterbait bite out here before. I've never really thrown it, but I started to figure it out there a little bit because I caught 3 of my better fish on it, and then I broke it off in a brush pile. So gonna be buying a couple more chatterbaits, adding those to the rotation out here. Caught a couple on the scope. Caught a 20 1/2 on the scope. I think I called that fish. Caught 20 1/2. Couple 19s, stuff like that. Baits of the day: rattle trap, jackhammer. I mean, it's springtime. It's that time of year. It is time for the rattle trap. It's time for a chatterbait. If you're not throwing it this time of year, definitely tie one on. I'm out here using gold. Y'all saw me, I'm throwing a lot of gold stuff. This is dark water. Anytime you have that black tannic water, I like to throw gold, so that's my color choice. I'm sure shad color, silver would work out here as well, but oh, cold. And we did some work with Mega Live. Starting to feel a lot more comfortable with that now. Just like what fish look like, 5, 10, 5 and 6, 7 pounders. I'm starting to figure out what those actually look like on here now that I'm like, I see a 5 pounder and I catch it. You got to do that a handful of times before you kind of figure out like what you're looking at on the graph, because there's so many fish. Like there's 100 fish on the graph on the live at any point in time. Like just trying to figure out what a bass is, what a decent bass is. I think I'm getting the hang of that, so I'm gonna put that to use here. Probably not here at the spawn, because that's what we're coming up on, but summertime, fall, I don't know, I'm kind of gonna try and work it in the rotation where I can. But as always, if y'all have any questions about anything I'm throwing, what I'm doing, feel free to ask. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time.